Feature race on Wednesday night then is a Class 3, the Australian Turf Club Trophy. 1,200 metres is the trip, headed by Prince Harmony. He likes to get out there in front. Come up with barrier 12, though. Shanghai Master runner-up on his last start behind Fast Most Furious. Smart Boy, the gear comes, or some of the gear comes off, the blinkers go on. Happy Life first up since July 2017. Tennessee Boss was last on his debut. He gets up in trip. Bold Elite behind Super Hoppy last time out, and Super Leader was also runner-up behind Super Hoppy on his last start. We're at the touchscreen, Brett, to have a look at the speed map here. I said Prince Harmony likes to get rolling, but he'll have to from barrier 12 to find the front.
He will, Andrew. As I mentioned just a moment or so ago, of course, when the rail's in the C+3 position, it is a real short run to that first bend. So he needs to step from the gates without any errors and get the momentum up to cross over. Zero Hedge will no doubt kick up nearer the inside. I think Joe will probably take the option to let Prince Harmony go and sit on his back. Wonderful Journey goes in a little fresh. We know he can race handy. Super Leader doesn't have the pace to be up in the first 2 or 3. Shanghai Master, wonder what Zach will do. He's a horse that's rolled forward too in the past. He might be looking for that spot there potentially, because if that's the case, he's going to have Joe snookered down there on the inside, right where he wants him, I would have thought, Andrew.
All right, so there's certainly some options here, Paul. The first starter scratch, Kazi Farazi, what have you seen?
Shanghai Master, one we're just talking about, was the first one I have a look at. Zach Purden's working with him, and he's going nice and slowly here. Interesting, Joe Moreira did ride him 2 starts ago, but Joe's now on the current favourite at this stage, which is Zero Hedge. Wonderful Journey, I think, is on the improve. He comes in with a lightweight with a 10-pound claim. Blinkers go back on him, and he seems to have improved. He's got absolutely no form on the racetrack, but he is well rated at the moment, so I thought he was definitely worth a second look. And here's the horse that's come into the race, a Lucky Hero, another one that's at a big price. Sometimes these ones that come into the race get overlooked. I just want to highlight him because I thought he's going okay as well. And he's got a couple of good races this season.
He's got ability, no doubt. He didn't really handle the Valley that well.
That's a question, isn't it?
The first time he was here.
All right, OK. Shanghai Master, we know does. He's been here a couple of times before. This is him behind Fast Most Furious last time out. The form looks solid and just held up at the top of the straight as well.
Yeah, I think the key is to where Zach wants to be in the run, as we looked at with that speed map. If he wants to get outside of the potential leader here, Prince Harmony, then it's going to give him a good chance. He's tactically versatile, this horse. He can sit handy. He can also come from the back here, as we saw. So he's one that I think going to need that touch of luck early, but if it pans out for him, he's right in it.
Yeah, I've got him in the numbers. I think he'll run pretty well, so, yep, I've got him in there.
OK. Zero Hedge is our current favourite. He's shorter than I thought he would be, but still early days. Smart Boy finished further back.
Yeah, look, he ran, I thought it was an enormous run here. He ran 5th, but he was drawn barrier 12. He was wide all the way. He was just about out buying a bear in the bear garden as he came around the turn. And he stayed on really nicely. Tough run. But from barrier 5 of Joe Moreira aboard, I think he's going to be tough to beat in this.
He's not dissimilar to Noble Delight a little bit. Young horse from the John Size stable who's made a few sort of decent steps from his last prep to this one. And he's going to get every opportunity, I think, to stand up.
All right, OK, down towards the bottom of the handicap, as is Super Leader. It was a good run from him last time out. Let's learn more with jockey Douglas White.
Douglas, you've had a lot to do with Super Leader. Is he starting to find a bit of form, judging by his last effort?
I think he's always held his form. I think the imperative key to him is drawing a gate. He hasn't got the initial gate speed, and he's not a horse that really wants to be driven forward. He kind of likes to get into a rhythm and find the line.
Just looking at his last run, he got a bit of a bump with 150 to go. How much of an issue was that for him?
No, the winner was always coming with a lot of purpose and momentum, and it kind of hinged him a little bit, but it certainly didn't cost him the race.
I remember when he won a couple of years ago, fairly early on in his time in Hong Kong, won by 4 lengths. You were on him. He looked pretty impressive, but he's only won once since. Why is that, do you think?
I think he's a horse that he's limited, firstly, and he likes to be fresh, and he likes a bit of giving the ground, hence the reason he's obviously performs better at Happy Valley. But I think once he's in form and he can maintain his form, he seems to hold it and run well.
So a bit of rain, if we get it over the next couple of days, would be much appreciated.
I'm sure it will. He'll appreciate it for sure.
Well, that certainly was that morning. That's Super Leader Douglas White, our favourite, Paul. $1.60 Zero Hedge. She's on top, is he, for you?
Yeah, he is. There was a big bet on him, so I presume he's going to just drift out. I don't think he'll be odds on by the time the race starts. So, but I've got him on top to beat Bold Elite. He's been running pretty well here at Happy Valley before. I'd like to see him over a bit further, Bulbily, because he hits the line really strongly, but he's still running okay. Wonderful Journey, I think, is a big improver. He's a big price too, so he's going to add some value, and Shanghai Master. So 11, 10, 3 and 2, and I'd be going exotics, QQPs, 3, 10, 11.
I've got him on top as well, the 11, Zero Hedge. I think he gets his opportunity, as I mentioned before, to stand up here in Class 3. Reasonable gate, lightweight, couple of runs in the class. Can box seat. I think he'll sit on the back of Prince Harmony, who will have to work a little bit to cross, but he'll eventually find it for me. And he'll run a cheeky race out in front. Super Leader will be winding late, as will Bulbily. I left out Shanghai Master. He's definitely a winning hope. I just didn't know where he was going to end up. So 11, 1, 12, 10, but I'd be playing a trio with the numbers I mentioned and bank of the 11.
All right, yeah, I'll take on the favourite, Shanghai Master, for me. Hopefully he'll end up in front.
Yeah,
We'll see. At the line, yeah, anyway. All right.